We begin with breaking news this hour. Tensions have flared on the Israel-Lebanon border, with Hezbollah and Israel exchanging fire on Sunday. Hezbollah said it has completed the first phase of its attack, striking 11 military targets and Israel's Iron Dome platform with over 300 missiles. The Lebanon-based group said the attacks were in retaliation for the killing of its top commander last month, while Israel launched a wave of airstrikes across southern Lebanon in what it called a preemptive strike on Hezbollah. Israel is now in the midst of a 48-hour home front emergency. For the latest on this, let me bring in our correspondents, Zara Al-Derzi joining us in Beirut and Jonathan Regif joining us from Tel Aviv. Thank you for joining us, to you both. Let me start with Zara first. You're joining us from Beirut, and Hezbollah says it has launched more than 320 rockets at Israel. It is reported the smoke rose on the Lebanese side of the border. What do you have for us about the strikes?
Yes, Hezbollah said in three separate statements on Sunday morning that they carried out an initial response to the attack on the southern suburb of Beirut, which assassinated the senior commander Fouad Shakr and killed other civilians. The attack, according to Hezbollah, was carried out with a squadron of drones that attacked Israeli military sites, barracks, and also a qualitative target, Israeli military target that the Hezbollah will declare about or inform about later, according to this statement. Also, they said they attacked with rockets targeting the military sites and barracks, and also the Iron Dome equipments. The number was not mentioned by Hezbollah, but media reports are saying that 320 rockets were fired. In the statements, Hezbollah emphasized that to avoid attacking the civilians and warned of attacking civilians, which seems that Hezbollah is totally stuck to only for now attacking the Israeli military sites. And during the past 10 hours, the Israeli military attacked dozens of Lebanese towns in southern Lebanon. Here we are speaking about over 30 towns which were recorded. The Ministry of Public Health in Lebanon said till the moment there are 3 people were killed and others wounded, and this.
Yeah, it's a fast developing situation, and Zara, Hezbollah claims it has completed the first phase of its attack. What does the term first phase mean? Any further information from the militant group?
The militant group didn't say anything about the next attacks, which seems to be talking about by the Secretary General Hassan Nasrallah, who will deliver a televised speech today on Sunday. But the term means that there will be other attacks, but without timing, without explaining how will be these attacks. But according to the indication by the group to avoid attacking civilians, they will continue as the same way to attack the military sites. And they warned also that attacking civilians in Lebanon will be punished. And here I quote. And since the Fouad Shakr is a senior commander, he was like a chief of staff for the militant group, and he was the right hand of the Secretary General. So this applied for other more than a response, more than attack, and the attack today is only the first one, but expectations that the others will be the same way. But also we are waiting to Hezbollah to declare what is the qualitative target they attacked today.
Zara, appreciate the latest. Zara Alderzi live for us in Beirut. And Jonathan, let me turn to you. You're joining us from Tel Aviv. Israel says it thwarted the majority of Hezbollah's missile attack and in turn launched a drone strike. What are you hearing about this?
Yes, what we're hearing is that Israel had intelligence indications that Hezbollah was about to engage on a widespread attack, sending some 6,000 rockets and UAVs towards Israel, most of them towards northern Israel, but some of them also aimed at reaching central Israel, strategic locations and army bases in central Israel. That attack was set to happen at 5 a.m. local time, which is 7 hours ago, and therefore 30 minutes prior to that, the Israeli Air Force sent a massive force of 100 jets with the aim of thwarting that attack. According to Israel, the Air Force was able to hit all of the launchers that were aiming to fire towards central Israel. Therefore, no UAV, no rocket made its way towards central Israel. No sirens sounded in the area of central Israel. Yes, some of the UAV, some of the rockets, a substantial number, more than 300, were fired towards communities in northern Israel. This is what we're hearing at the moment. As mentioned, this happened some 7 hours ago. Israel changed its directive from the home front, changing some of the directives, mostly for the north, but also for the center. I have to say that here in Tel Aviv, life is pretty much as normal. There's traffic on the streets, public transport, but people are understanding that things can change at any minute. Therefore, I would call it a quiet but a tense quiet.
Now, air raid sirens were heard throughout northern Israel, as you mentioned, and Israel's Ben Gurion International Airport actually diverted flights and delayed takeoffs for time. How are people responding to this latest escalation?
Israel has been expecting something of this kind for more than a month now, since the killing of the Hezbollah chief of staff more than a month ago, that strike to which Israel claimed responsibility for, and also some kind of response from Iran for the attributed killing of Ismail Haniyeh, the Hamas leader in Tehran, that attributed to Israel. Ever since, the Israeli public has been expecting something. Therefore, there is caution ever since. Now there is an even bigger caution, understanding that we're in critical hours as things may change at any time. There's an understanding that at least until the speech by Hassan Nasrallah, the Hezbollah chief, which you spoke about a few minutes ago, that is happening at 6 p.m. local time, 6 hours from now. At least until then, there's a sort of understanding that there's not going to be a major change. Not only in Lebanon, people are waiting to see what Nasrallah will say. Also in Israel, at least in central Israel, things are pretty much as normal, but with an understanding that people have to listen to the orders of the Home Front Command at all times, as things can change very, very quickly.
Thank you so much for the latest, Jonathan. Jonathan Regev, live for us in Tel Aviv there. Appreciate it.